Hey family, it's actually a momentous occasion for us. And why you're asking? Because it's our first episode of the show. Finally, we've been putting a lot of work in, and it's been a small dream of ours to get the show together. Anyways, the first episode that we wanted to show was gonna be for something separate, but the segment was so good, we had to have it for the premiere. This man's story is amazing. He's actually one of my very dear friends. He's a marketing guru, he is a PR genius, and he goes by the name of Mr. Rickey Kim. He owns a PR agency here in Los Angeles called Evil Monito.
Evil Monito was founded in 2001 while I was a college student in UCSD. I was a communications student and I was very angry at the world. And I knew I wanted to discuss issues about pop culture in general and the fascination of it and why it has such a strong effect, and how it affects the way we perceive the world. I founded the magazine in my dorm room because I had no money, and I did it with what remained in my credit card at the time.
We were corresponding back and forth via email, and I was like, should I just come to your guys' office? I wanted to see, the Evil Monito office. And he was like, no, let's meet for lunch somewhere, like at some restaurant. And so, we were corresponding that way. And little did I know that at that time, he was just a college student as the editor-in-chief of Evil Monito magazine. He was doing it out of his dorm room.
At that time, there was only a small group of people doing something exciting on the net. And being able to see, Evil Monito as a publication, it was just one of those things that was like every month or two, it was like always going back to it and like reading it and checking it out and seeing what kind of projects were coming out of it.
Equally as important, I think, as a young professional coming out of college is it was dipped in academia.
In my academic mind state, I've always wanted to make sure that everything I did had to have a solemn or serious kind of a undertone. Even though the out front might be fun and just, colorful and whatever you want to call it, there needed to be some sort of story. The projects that I want to create, I wanted them to imbue a certain type of sensitivity. And recently we worked with Kangol, which is based out in the UK. We worked on two hats. One was a cabbie hat, classic cabbie model, and we revisited the actual template with British wax miller and cotton. The second we did was a fedora. It's an immaculate, beautiful felt fedora hat, completely crushable, it's waterproof. Both these hats are lined with satin, and the satin has sublimated basically a photo montage, black and white photo montage of my family. The next projects that I know as far as we're working in-house for Evil Monito will most likely deal on this idea of the human connection.
Rickey is quite an interesting individual, but interesting in obviously all the good ways. I've never met someone who has as much drive as he does at such an early age. And so he has a way of drawing people in and making them feel important, even when they just have a potential to be that.
He's got that kind of street knowledge and stuff, but at the same time he's very academic. So, when I think of Rickey, he's kind of like all of those things kind of like bouncing off of each other, and that's kind of, it's very definitive like the younger generation right now too, so.
When people ask me what Rickey Kim is, my overall answer to it is that he's a connector of people. I mean, he brings people together.
this whole new venture to do the Evil Monito agency is quite honestly the most aggressive front that I've ever done in the past 6.5 years of doing this project.
It's a natural progression for him to now take it and have a physical location, and being in Echo Park is kind of a good look, just because a lot of things are going on, a lot of things are popping.
The fact that Evil Monito kind of came here at the time that this is starting to become the hottest spot is very telling. It shows that, first of all, the people involved in the agency has a definite knowledge about street culture, about what's going on and what's going to be the prime spot for a cultural activity.
I have nothing but the utmost confidence that it's going to do well. Just knowing the way Rickey and his peers are and the people that he works with.
The agency, man, is huge already, and it's going to get bigger and better, and the people that we're working with, very strong team.